How you doing? How you doing? Welcome YouTube and family. How y'all doing today, man? It's y'all tuned in to NBA Talk with your boy Statsz, man. How y'all doing today, man? You know we back at it, man. We doing two a days, man. If you're new to the channel, um, like I said, hit that like, subscribe, comment, notification bell, man. We finna get into it, man. This is Stat Two a Days. Quick rundown if you're new to the channel, man. With these Stat Two a Days, we talk about their draft picks first. We talk about the trades they made, if any, if they resign any players. They free agents. If they resign, if they sign some free agents, we talk about the season outlook, and I give you my predictions. So that's just a quick rundown, man. We profiling the Toronto Raptors, man. Let's get into it, man. Toronto Raptors. They drafted Malachi Flynn out of Syracuse with the 29th pick. Combo guard, can play the point. A great defender, good shooter. Definitely a protection pick, you know what I'm saying, against Kyle Lowry getting up there in age. Then, you know, they didn't know if they were going to be able to re-sign Van Fleet, so I understood the pick, and I liked the pick for them. Heady guard. Definitely love Malachi Flynn. Then they had the 59th pick with the second round pick, and they drafted Jalen Harris out of Nevada, 6'5", 195 combo guard. They signed him to a two-way contract, you know what I'm saying? He got some developing to do, but, you know, I like the pick for them, you know what I'm saying? Usually when you pick that late, you might not even get signed. So they did sign him to a two-way contract, so that was pretty good for him. Let's move on to the next subject, trades. They made no trades. They had no movers in the trade department. Kind of expect that with Toronto, you know what I'm saying? They was trying to, you know, see could they resign their veterans, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to, you know, they didn't have too much to give away because they want to keep their young players they do got, like, you know, Norman Powell, OG Anunoby, guys like that. So let's move to their resign. They signed a guy named Boucher. We signed him to a two-way contract. Then they resigned Chris Boucher, which is a big plus for them. That was important for them. That was one of their big resigners they had to have. 2-year, $13.5 million contract for the, you know, power forward slash center. Big man, versatile, can switch on pick and rolls, can go at the rim. Very athletic. I like Chris Boucher. And then they signed the biggest. I mean, they had to resign this to even be thinking about the playoffs again. And that was to resign Van Fleet. 4-year, $85 million contract was big. It was big because I remember he's an undrafted player. I remember how hard he worked to even get on the floor of the NBA. And, you know, hard work pays off. You see it. 4 years, $85 million. This from coming from an undrafted player. I love Van Fleet game. Tough, heady. He's small, but you can't punk him. And he loved to defend. He loved to defend. And he loved to take the big shots in big moments. So we love Van Fleet. So that was a big re-signing for them. Okay, Stats World, we moving on to the free agents they signed. So, you know, they lost Serge Ibaka and they lost Marc Gasol, which two big, huge hits to Toronto. So they try to patch it up with Henry Ellison, two-year minimum contract. They signed Alex Len to a 1-year, $2.3 million contract. And they signed, I think was the biggest signing for them as far as free agency, was Aaron Baines, the 2-year, $14.3 million. Now, them three centers I said put together do not replace Ibaka and Marc Gasol. But what Aaron Baines do, he do give you what Gasol give you. He's not that good of a defender as Gasol was, but like you said, Gasol up in age, so, you know, he lost a little bit off his defense, but he give you everything else. Toughness, can shoot the three, can bang in the paint. So I like the Aaron Baines signing. But the Henry Ellison, Alex Len to replace Ibaka, that's where I say you lose. When I say they lose something. They lose a lot, to be honest. You know, because you can't put them two players together and make Serge Ibaka. So, you know, that's just my outlook. And then they signed DeAndre Brimley, the former Atlanta Hawk, 2-year, $4 million contract. I like that. A versatile wing, very tough, can get up in the paint. He hit the occasional three, but he really a mid-range shooter, attack rim kind of guy. Definitely love to defend. He like to defend, so he like to compete. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he be out of place, but he definitely love to compete. So I like the DeAndre Brimley sign. So like I said, it's a quick video because Toronto ain't do too much in certain areas of the video. You know, as far as, you know, trades, they didn't do too much of that, and then, you know, they re-signed a couple of their own players. So with the season outlook, I think they lose something from last year. When you lose Ibaka and you lose Gasol, and then you replace it with Aaron Baines, Alex Lynn, and Henry Erickson, as far as they big man spots, I think you lose something from that. That don't mean they can't compete more, because all we looking at, can Siakam take another step from last year? And I'm not talking about what he did in the regular season. I'm talking about from what he did in the playoffs. What he did in the playoffs showed me that he wasn't ready to be the number one yet. Not saying that he can't be the number one. He just wasn't ready to be number one playoff ready yet. Because last year they made him look ordinary. In the playoffs, he looked at ordinary. When they needed a bucket, he looked at ordinary. It was Kyle Lowry, it was Van Fleet that was keeping him afloat. OG Anunoby, with timely plays, was keeping them afloat. But their main star, they all-star, was showing up small in the big moments. So if you're gonna be a number one player like Siakam want to be, he cannot back down. He remind me of Chris Middleton, even though Chris Middleton is the number 2 in Milwaukee. It's like when the game mattered, it's like, where is this, what you've been doing all this time? You know what I'm saying? Because you're that type player. If you're that type player, you got the skills to somewhere create off the dribble, pull up, the three. They got it all. But it's when big moments happen, it's when you're like, where they at? It's like we don't even see them no more. And if Toronto is going to sustain their success they had over the last couple of years, Siakam game got to take a leap. They got to take a leap. OG Anunoby got to take a leap. Van Fleet got to keep on getting better as usual. And Kyle Lowry just got to be his same steady self. So that's what I'm looking at with the season outlook. That's if Toronto want to stay where they was last year. Well, that was the top 3. I don't personally think they would be there. I think they still would make the playoffs. Because I think when you got Kyle Lowry, Van Fleet, a motivated Siakam, merging OG Anunoby, that you got a chance, especially in the East, to compete. So I'm not saying they won't be in the playoffs. I'm just saying they won't be a top 3 team. So this is my prediction. My prediction, they win about 44 games, which is good in the 72 win schedule. Game schedule. So I got them 44 wins. I got them all dropping all the way down to 6. I really got them dropping down all the way 6. And not that they got so much bad. I think they definitely got worse. But I don't think they got so much bad. It's just I think the East got better. And I think that, with KD coming back, with the Russ going a while, it's just a lot of stuff going on in the East where I say, well, Milwaukee, we too. Boston, you still got there. Miami. So when you look at that, I dropped them down to 6. I still think they can compete. Like I say, once you make the playoffs, anything can happen. But I'm definitely looking forward to see how Toronto look and see what, actually, more importantly, how Siakam come back. And see, do he come back with a vengeance? That's our outlook of Toronto, man. That's our quick tour day with Toronto, man. Our next team we're going to profile is them Nuggets, man. What can them Western Conference finalists do? Did they get better? Did they stay the same? Or did they get worse? I will answer that question in the next video. This your boy Statsz, man. Check it out. If you're new to the channel, man, hit that like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. You want to keep up with the content. Like I said, I ain't biased opinion over here, man. We love talking about sports, man. Specifically, we love talking about the NBA. So, this NBA talk Statsz. Holla at your boy. Check me out in the next video. We be back. Holla back.